Welcome back, everyone. One thing I have noticed after analyzing hundreds of UPSC questions is that, examiner often rewards conceptual clarity more than factual memory. And in this, like the question that we will solve further, we will see that how climate change, biodiversity, mangroves, ports, and rivers can be solved using pure logic. So let's see question number 21. India's climate strategy, LTLEDs. At first glance, this looks like a climate change policy question, and many students immediately will start searching their memory for government reports. But let's focus on logic here. Statement one says India's long-term low-emission development strategy is important for achieving net zero emissions by 2070. That sounds reasonable. And statement second says emissions declined in a particular year. Now ask yourself, can a 1 year decline automatically prove that a long term strategy is working? Not necessarily. You know? So 1 year's data cannot conclusively validate a decades long strategy. So relationship one becomes weak. Now look at statement number three. It says that climate resilient development necessarily depends on quick and short term emission reductions. But statement one is about a long term transition strategy. So that word necessarily is important. Climate resilience involves adaptation, technology, infrastructure, and long term planning, not merely short term emission cuts. So, statement three contradicts the broader philosophy behind statement one. So, relationship two looks correct. Now, relationship three says that statement one and three together support long term sustainability. But since statement three itself clashes with the long term approach, so this cannot be correct. So, only relationship two survives. I will just say one thing that be very careful with words like necessarily, only, always, and must. These often signal overstatements. So, answer should be option A, that is one only. Yes, that is. You know, um, logical consistency, uh, elimination that is based on logical consistency is the key. And अगर ऑफिशियल की में कुछ आंसर डिफरेंट होता है तो हो सकता है बट अकॉर्डिंग टू मी आंसर शुड बी ऑप्शन नंबर ए ओनली नाउ लेट्स सी क्वेश्चन नंबर 22 okay so this is about western hollow cables okay so this is a classic biodiversity question so let's evaluate one statement at a time statement 2 says that they move through tree, trees using brecciation. Okay. Now, if you have ever seen a gibbon documentary, you will know that swinging from branch to branch is their trademark, right? So, statement two is definitely correct. Statement three compares them to gorillas. That should immediately raise suspicion. Uh, Gibbons are relatively light bodied apes. So, they are famous for agility, not massive gorilla like build. So, statement three is incorrect. And once statement 3 falls, option containing it can be eliminated. So statement 1 talks about their presence in sanctuary in northeast India and their endangered status. And that aligns with non-conservation fact. So the statement 1 and 2 are correct. And when one statement contains an exaggerated comparison, so you have to check it very carefully. And because UPSC often hides the error there only, so answer should be option number B, that is 1 and 2 only. Okay. Now let's see question number 23, mangroves and climate resilience. This is one of those questions where ecology itself gives you the answer. Statement 1 says mangroves are ideal for paddy cultivation because they store fresh water. That sounds questionable because mangroves generally thrive in saline and brackish environment. Statement number 2 claims that mangroves convert coastal areas into freshwater aquaculture zones. Again, this sounds biologically unrealistic. So now look at statement number 3. Mangroves absorb storm impacts. They reduce coastal vulnerability and they provide biomass resources. They support livelihood. Everything here matches with what we know about mangroves. So, statement number three is strongest and most accurate statement also. So, in environment questions, choose the option that matches the ecological function of the ecosystem rather than um, attractive sounding claims. So, answer should be option number D, that is three only. Yes. Question number 21 is done, 22, 20. Okay, that's it.